This is going to be talking about green sheets. So, in Los Angeles, as well as in many different jurisdictions, there is what is called the Green Plan Check. The Green Plan Check refers to a green building code. Obviously, California has their own. LA County has their layer, and then Los Angeles on top has their own layer. And so you can get this from the LADBS website. They do update it regularly. And right now, the purpose of this session is to just give you a brief introduction of how the Green Code works. So there are a bunch of forms that they provide, and then there's a bunch of reference forms that they provide. In addition, they're looking for notes that we should have somewhere in here. I'm not quite sure where exactly, but they're usually spread out throughout these. What they do together is to communicate to the GC what the current standards are for the project. Of course, a lot of times GC don't read it. A lot of times manufacturers aren't following up. So it becomes part of the CA responsibility to make sure that they get reinforced. Okay, so starting from Green 1, this is stormwater control in construction, best managed practices. So basically here it's basically saying when you are building, you got to make sure that things do not go down to the storm drains and pollute it. It could be sand, it could be sediments, it could be oils, and it could be other contaminants. There's a bunch of other forms, but we jump to Green 4. And Green 4 is the main one that requires our work. Architects usually work on this in conjunction with civil and structural consultants. It is also sometimes that there are green consultants that this work gets outsourced to, and they are then responsible for the green sheets as well as the Title 24 energy calculation sheets that are linked hand in hand with the green program. All right, here we have Green 11. Here are VOCs, volatile organic compounds, and formaldehyde limits. These do change constantly, and you can see here, even this one is still 2020, but it is the most relevant sheet. Still, if we are importing, if we are specifying products out there, these numbers, these values for how much off-gassing it can be need to be reflected in that. Next is the Green 14. These are plan check notes. These notes are basically what the plan checkers are telling us, hey, these need to be a part of every single project. And these, if you look here, they refer to the Green Code Chapter 4, Section 106.4.1. For the most part, not every single note is going to apply to your project, but it's still good practice just to have these sheets. Next is the plumbing fixture flow rates. And this is basically saying how much water can flow out at any moment. As you can imagine, a lot of this has been significantly reduced since when I graduated, and there's obviously pushback from the industry side, pushback from developers and owners of what is a reasonable limit. Still, this is a bigger conversation that we really can't get to right now. And then here, water conservation. This is more for. This seems like it seems short, but basically this is a whole sheet about water conservation. There's a bunch of other sheets out there. Let's see if I can just quickly pull one up. LADBS, green forms. So these are the sheets. And then you'll see some of them are for residential, some of them for commercial, some of them are for larger projects like commissioning. Some are for Title 24 calculations where you need to starting with a basis of design to compare your baselines with. And then there's other requirements like a landscape certification, which actually is included in the landscape sheets. And then there's additional checklists. So you can click on one of these, you can download these. This happens to be for non-residential buildings, which is like a commercial project, such as office or industrial space or schools or something like that. Okay, so that's good. Let's start looking here. And then I'm going to do a little bit of work too, because I have my markups on one side. Markups here say just update per Browning lessons learned. And then so I have the Browning Revit model somewhere. Okay, Browning model, I'll just have it off screen. Alright, so the first thing that they want us to do is put a date in here. I should probably pin these because I'm going to put text on them. It's just easy to PM to not move them around by accident. These sheets themselves are being saved somewhere. Ideally, they're saved in the same folder, but it's possible that these are saved. Yeah, you see how this is not saved in the right location, but they should be in here. So let's just drop them in. I believe they were in Browning. Great, I don't have GRN4. Of all the sheets I need, I don't have GRN4. That's hilarious. Alright, so then what I'll do is I'll just go back into the website, GRN4, let's just pull it in. (711). Okay, well first of all let's save this. Cool. So we're going to then go to GR4, we'll open, this is page 1, 150 dpi is probably good enough. Some sheets I'll need 300 for, but manage links, PDF, regular from. Okay, so it looks like nothing has significantly changed. And looking at the Browning one, it was also 711, so that's okay. We have it right. I'm gonna populate this, and the permit number is not here. It is not here either. Okay, so to find the permit number, we need to look at, probably the best way is actually to peek in permitting. Clearance works, you should have it listed. And they do. And for shits and giggles, I'm just going to space it out so it looks right. Guess we need a little more. date is today's date. Alright, so now let's go through each one of these. So here is making sure that you have a note, you're capturing a note about stormwater drainage retention. It's great because it's right in here, and so we just reference the sheet 201. You see, there's numbers more, right? 201, and then green one. And then a lot of these other sheets have similar requests. And so I'll probably do the same thing here too. I'll just go through these 201s. These are all 201s. Great. All right, next, grading plan and making sure that they want to see the grading. And actually, the plan checker says no. I want to see it on your site plan. So, well, there's no reason why I can't do both. And then the grading plan is sheet. Don't have that grading plan, so probably need to add it in first. So let's go into Kingsley, not this one. Alright, let's create a new folder. Maybe probably the next one actually, Kingsley third verification. And I'm gonna actually just copy over what the structure looks like from the other one, which was Halldale. Right, so I'm gonna copy that over. And we know that it's not right, but because these are all Halldales, I should be able to remember to rename them. Now let's look at civil. Got nothing. It's my fault. Grading Kingsley. Okay, this came in on 318. Value and grading. So I'm going to drop these in. So it's going to be this one here. This one's going to just go right in here. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to call this Kingsley. I'm going to date it 13. Take a peek at it. And the grading plan is on C2. Let's look at what the Halldale was like. Name and last, I just did, yeah, C1, C2, C3. So Halldale it was C2 as well. So we'll go with C2. Make it a little bigger. Site plan. And grading. Civil grading plan. I just have to make it a little bit bigger. Civil grading. Alright, that's it. Electric EV charging. Kingsley, there are no EV charging. That seems right. And I'm actually going to call it separately. I'm going to call it no parking provided. And as a result of all this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to revision cloud this so that don't forget. Next one here, they actually wanted me to put in the spec. Cool roof, so it's G6.1, and then the note is C specs, and then green note 3. And then let's just verify on G601, we have the red specs. No, we do not. The G601 here is in Browning, is actually for ES, okay, so let's copy it in. Let's see if it was in the PDF. Okay. And then this one is also. Yeah, I think it's this one. And we're gonna go into Kingsley. G6.1 as well. Alright, I have another 30 minutes to go through this, so I'll try to speed this up. So this is no longer used because we're not using TPO for this project. It's a little too expensive. So we're losing this, we're losing this, we're losing this. So let's do a replace on this one here. Replace. We're going to go into cut sheets. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the first page. I suppose they may want us to show all pages, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do the second page of this one too. Keep 150 on this one too. Alright. And what this does is it suggests, or this shows rather, not suggests, that we're making some changes to the roofing. And what we're using is a polyglass modified Bitman roof membrane, and then on top there is a cap sheet. It's basically a top sheet that makes it whiter and more reflective. Alright. Next is see landscape plans. Oh, that's not good. What are the landscape plans? Why does it see landscape plans again? Oh, this is non-roof areas. Okay, so GRN 1404. 1404. So basically all hardscape needs to have an SRI or SR of 0.3 to make it more reflective. I actually don't have anything on the site plan, so I'm gonna take that out. We'll let them pick this up if they really want it. Okay. Let me look at Browning, and let me see what was done on the landscape plans though. On the landscape plans, there's a site plan, but they don't call out anything on the site plan other than when they talk about crushed gravel, they don't have any SR values on that. Could be a problem later. Let's see if we have any notes on this in the general notes. The best way to search for that actually is going to be in here on Bluebeam, and we're going to search for the keyword, I guess, reduction. Reduction. No reduction. I'll just leave it as a note here then. Solar ready buildings shown on roof plan. Is that good enough for them? I think it was. Let's keep going. Water efficiency and conservation. These really all should be these sheets here, as well as irrigation plans. So I've just listed as C irrigation plans throughout. Just making sure, not designed, water submeters. So I think on the submeters they want to see the actual plan, so let's go and see what it should be on. So I don't see it, the Kingsley doesn't have that yet, but in the Browning project, it was on sheet L5. L5, and then see irrigation plans, irrigation, and then we'll go back in here. Alright, and then water use reduction, that's the Muello calcs, that was on L4 for Browning, not for Kingsley, but I'm hoping Kings will have it too. And then say C green 16, and then C Muello. Alright. Outdoor water use in landscape areas. Those will be C irrigation plans. And then I'll just make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are all L4s. Let's actually go L5. So we actually do have exterior faucets. Now we have exterior faucets. What's the note for exterior faucets? 4304. 4304. Alright. So just as GR18. And that's GR19 note 5. I'm just gonna go change it in here too. Alright, no pools, great. Gray water ready. We do have gray water ready. It's a note here, we'll keep it, but normally what we do on a commercial project is we refer to the plumbing drawings. Here we don't need to. Recycled water supply fixtures, that's a note. Cooling towers, it's a note here, just quickly looking at it. Cooling towers, note 9 is basically saying not sure actually. In new buildings of 25 stories or less, the cooling towers shall comply with one of the following. This one I'm not quite sure. I need to go back to this. I'm not quite sure if we're using cooling towers actually. Alright, next. Groundwater not used. Groundwater is extracted, right? Rodent proofing, flashing details. Rodent proofing, flashing details. Let's jump to flashing details and take a look. I think this is actually not the right one. Yeah, this should be now A901. And that's just making sure that we have the right water drainage at our windows and doors. These are very light on details, these sheets. Okay, next. On this side here, more general notes. Fireplace is not designed. Covering here, more general notes. Notes here. Oh, this one, shoot, they wanted us to put in green 11, which is fine. Green shade 11 is this one here. Great. 16, 17, 17, 21. Capillary break. That's fine. And then here, bathroom exhaust fans. They actually wanted us to add C floor plans, which is fine. And then the floor plans are going to be A201 to A203. Okay, 1 to A203. Great. I'll just do the whole thing. Okay. And that is it. Well, I just want to make sure that the capillary break is shown in here on A011. And that's in here, which is calling for a 15 mil vapor slab retarder. Did we change that down? Did we downgrade it to a certain point? Yes, we did. We downgraded to a dumb 10 mil. Kingsley has no methane, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, I have to take a call. So we'll call this done for now.